everyone, welcome back to another episode of Good Stories. My name's Angelica Perez, and this is Jake Davis. And yeah, we've got some good stories to share with you guys today, so we hope you enjoy them. Do you want to start us off, Jake?
Sure. Great stories, maybe even. Okay, we've got a 7-year-old in Sacramento who saved a 3-year-old from drowning at a public pool. He said, "I saw a kid at the bottom of the pool, and I went and got him."
Wow.
Just simple as that. His cousin helped him bring the kid out of the pool, and then his aunt performed CPR and saved the kid. He was taken into the hospital in critical condition, but he's doing great now. He is on the road to recovery. But yeah, 7-year-old hero at the local pool.
That's actually pretty impressive to
I know.
be able to react that way. And
Seriously.
yeah,
I don't even know if I could swim.
So-
At age 7, I don't know.
Yeah. So my first story, I guess, takes us to Pennsylvania, where a teen actually, saved his neighbors from the burning apartment complex.
Wow.
It's a 2-story apartment complex, and of course, the 17-year-old fell in Oregon. Jumped out of the window, obviously from the burning fire, and quickly thought, how to help his neighbors since he knew that they were trapped.
Right.
Luckily, one of the neighbors from the bottom floors was able to help him. They saw a trampoline. They pulled it over so the people on the second floor could, jump out.
Right.
I mean, obviously, because that was going to be the only way that they could get out of the burning building
Right.
is to jump. So luckily, one of them maybe had an injury or a leg injury, but nothing, serious. Some had to be treated for smoke inhalation. But luckily, everybody was saved. And so I was just very impressed that they had such quick thinking, because normally you tend to just, freak out. I know
Right.
I panic.
Oh,
and
for sure.
so for this gentleman to be at that age, to
I know, yeah.
Quick.
Lots of brave people in our good
yes,
stories today.
Absolutely.
Lots of heroes. Our next good story comes from the coast of Portugal. We had a French sailor whose boat capsized. He was stuck under, or I guess in his boat for 16 hours, treading water, and he had an air bubble in front of, on the top of him. So that's how he stayed alive, stayed breathing. And the Spanish Coast Guard rescued him and didn't have any side effects, no drowning problems. He was completely fine just because he kept himself above water for so long. But gosh, trapped down there for 16 hours before he was rescued. But he was rescued by the Spanish
Awesome.
Coast Guard.
Well, my last story is actually very similar as of drowning.
Uh-huh.
But this was actually it was out in Mississippi. There was
Right.
3 teenagers that obviously were, I guess, wherever they were traveling, they were using their GPS,
Mhm.
and it actually ended up taking them to this boat ramp that they actually ended up going into the river,
Really?
and it floated them out about 25 meters. Luckily, they were able to get out of the vehicle and at least get onto the roof of it, but obviously it's sinking. At that, during that time, Corion Evans, just so happened, him and a friend were walking by, and he's hearing obviously their cry for help.
Right.
So instantly jumps in to the water, starts swimming. Luckily, he was a very good swimmer. He
Right.
had been swimming since he was 3 years old. So his friend also jumps in to help. At that point, a police officer obviously sees them. He jumps
Right.
in to help. So as they're bringing, these girls back to shore, Evans starts obviously hearing the officer. So as
Uh-huh.
he turns around, well, the victim that he was helping obviously was in panic, starts pushing him down into the water. So the officer's starting to drown himself. So again, luckily, Evan, being a strong swimmer, was able to go, help both of them, bring them to shore. So all 3 of them were rescued, or all the 3 teenage girls, the officer. So yeah, Evan actually was a 16-year-old.
Wow.
And to him, it was just, he was at the right place at the right time.
Yep.
And so yeah, they were commended obviously by the city and received a certificate. And so yeah, lucky, like I said, everybody was rescued. And again, that quick thinking of
Right.
these young people is just very impressive.
I know, it is super impressive.
Yeah, so I think that is it for today. Like, again, we hope that you enjoyed it, and hopefully you join us next time.